Brought to you by George Soros, Adam Silver, Kathy Engelbert, and the Global Elite.
Steve, I don't know if you saw this, but something absolutely unbelievable happened in the WNBA yesterday. I think this is a 2-minute excerpt from, I think it's the Washington Mystics and the Phoenix Mercury. Let's play the clip.
And it bounced around a lot, but at the end, it went through the rim. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, is she gonna go head to the back? Oh no.
And a timeout called for Copper to deal with the malfunction. And now they have an issue with a fan as the officials, as Phoenix's bench had an issue. They're having Alyssa Thomas and Nate Tibbetts point out which fan it is so that security here at Care First Arena can have that dealt with. As we're waiting to get back to play here. So the officials are now talking to arena security here. As you can see,
Is my mic on? Can I?
so a fan said something. The Phoenix Mercury bench heard it, and they did not like what was said. They're taking exception to it. So Amy Bonner, crew chief, is trying to have this sorted out with the arena security here as to which person it was, and that way they can get it taken care of.
You know, the WNBA is a joke, man, and they continue to show itself to be a joke. You know, from the Shane Gillis thing to this, just to everything revolved around the WNBA. It's just a joke. It's a joke of a product, man. It just really is. It really is. It's hard to watch. Some of the shit is cringe. It's just a joke. Like, what you saw here, you wouldn't see in the NBA. And if you did see it in the NBA, they wouldn't be trying to cover it up. Were they just absent of talking about the situation at hand? Like, this is not something you see in real sports. This is why, no disrespect, man. When it comes to women, it's like, this is why we say that they're children. And there's no disrespect to them. Even they know in their essence that they are like a child. Because this shit is like, this is like where they're coddling. Like, you're not going to address what happened, and you're going to kick a fan out because they're laughing at the situation at hand. Where normally when you see something like that, you would laugh at it. Like, if you see a woman, you know, lose her wig, you're going to laugh. And why the fuck is she wearing a wig in a fucking basketball game? Like, what is this? What the fuck is this? And I'm, you know, no disrespect. I'm not trying to be too crass or anything like that. But it's like, come on. Pay us what you owe us. And we seeing shit like this where a woman is too embarrassed because her wig fell out her damn head. This is, come on. What are we doing? This is the difference between men and women. And I'm only saying this because they push this bullshit of equality. Women and men are not equal. And things like this just show. They so self-conscious and so insecure that you worried about your fucking wig falling off your damn head. In the NBA, motherfuckers lose their headband. They lose their shoe. They keep playing. Like, what is this, bro? What are we doing? Oh, I lost my wig. I got to run to the back. Like, how important is the game, really? Shit is crazy. And then you want to coddle because a fan is you know, laughing at the shit. Like, when it happened, the commentators was laughing. So if everybody in the fucking crowd was laughing, you gonna kick everybody in the crowd out? The WNBA is a joke. And they just show themselves to be children because you do stuff like this where you coddle. This is like coddling, enabling. It's like, oh, they made fun of her. Let's just kick them out. Like, what is this? They grown women. The fuck? A fucking wacky situation happened on a court where it would warrant a laugh. This is something that you would see on Shaq and the Fool. Like, what if, like, say if an NBA player had like some sort of extensions or a piece on their head, and that shit fell off their head. Shit gonna be funny, but 9 times out of 10 they're gonna keep playing. They probably pick it up like in the game, like mid game. This shit gonna run in the back. Like, come on, man. You know, women, they're so like self-centered to the point where they're insecure. And it's no disrespect. We all insecure. But we know women, they have a different level of insecurity. They live in existence where they're not really themselves. The makeup and the weaves and the wigs. They maintain insecurity. They just do. Not all of them. If they don't, if they embrace their natural side where they're not wearing none of that shit. They wear wigs and makeup and, they have to maintain this face for certain people to look at. But when they in a lonesome, they in a comfort, and they look a whole different person. That's how self-conscious and insecure the woman is. It's just crazy. It's crazy, man.
So Kalia Copper accidentally had her weave snatched off the top of her head, revealing a bald spot or white hair, or I don't know what it was, at the top of her head. They stopped the game. So I want you to think this through, Steve. A woman loses her weave and they stop the game. If she loses her shoe, the game continues. But if she loses her weave, they stop the game. And then, not just that, a fan laughs and cracks a joke about the woman's weave coming off her head, and the Phoenix Mercury players complain someone's laughing, that someone's weave fell out, and they remove the fan from the arena because Alyssa Thomas overheard this fan laughing and cracking a joke about it. You just can't make this up. They stopped the game. This is unbelievable.
And it's crazy because they really do themselves a disservice with stuff like this. It's like you can't really take them seriously. You do yourself a disservice where it's like you're constantly being protected. Oh, we gotta stop a game because a woman lost her fucking wig. Like, really, bro? It's like, yo, the WNBA has no integrity at all. At all. Like, what the fuck is this? Like, really, what is this? We gonna stop a game because she lost her wig. Like, it's just, it's so crazy, man. And you expect people to respect your product. You expect people to respect the league and respect what you guys provide on the floor. It's a joke. Pay us what you owe us. You should not be paid anything for what the fuck they push in the league in regards to stuff like this. When I say push, I'm just talking about what we see. Not necessarily like a purposeful thing, but just in terms of like what we're seeing. It's like, what is this? Only thing that's good about the WNBA is Caitlin Clark. That's it. This shit is a joke. It's crazy, man. And Angel Reese is, she's doing her thing a little bit, but other than that, it's like WNBA is a joke. Really is.
Yeah, that fan getting kicked out, I guess you could say, is a hair-raising situation. But, that whole thing, it reminded me of the late 80s Purdue team, which was really good. They ended up getting upset, I think, right before the Sweet 16. Gene Katie, you know what they ran? The three-man weave. I think that the fan getting kicked out is actually a pretty big story no one's talking about. Are you allowed just to get thrown out? I know in every ticket that there's language talking about behavior, certain rules of conduct. I really want, number one, I don't know why anyone would support this league. It's the most unlikable ecosystem in American sports by far. I don't even think that there is a close second. I really don't. I don't even think the product's all that good. I'm still trying to figure out why you watch it on the days that Caitlin Clark doesn't play. But as a consumer, you go there for entertainment. And once in a while, there are bloopers. So are you saying that if, and trust me, there's a lot of bloopers in the WNBA, when they go through this montage of missed layups and other foibles, you're telling me no one's allowed to laugh? I think that's a very dangerous, slippery slope that they're setting there.
Right, and that's my point. It's a slippery slope. You really do the WNBA players a disservice when stuff like this occurs where a fan gets kicked out because he's laughing at a situation that occurred on the floor that warrants laughter. It's like, come on, man. Like, if you see a person shit on themselves or something like that during the game, like, what if a person defecate on themselves during the game? That's going to be pretty funny. It's embarrassing, but of course you're going to laugh at it, man. It's like, okay, what the fuck is going on? This person that shit on himself. Like, why you just go to the bathroom? You know what I mean? Like, that warrants laughter. So you're going to kick them out because they laughing at something like that? And like I said, like, what if everybody in the whole crowd was laughing, like just went crazy just laughing? You're going to kick every single person out? It's like, come on. This is what happens when you overprotect a league, you overprotect a demographic. And it just shows the difference between men and women. We already know there's a difference. We already know there's many differences. And there's things that make the women special that's, adjacent just to her. Same thing with men. And we already understand that, there's things that they can do that we can't, and vice versa. So it's not to say that, one is better than the other. It's just to say that fuck that equality bullshit that they always try to push. And it all comes from feminism, where women think that they're superior to men. They actually think that. And it's more of a thing of not necessarily superiority, but wanting to be men. It's trying to usurp the authority of men, usurp the role of men. This is why you see women wanting to, be a part of like male-led commentary groups or shows, after sports shows like inside the NBA, where you see Candace Parker on the show, even though she's pretty cool, but it's like women are influenced by men. They just are. Even though they probably won't admit it, women are influenced by men in almost every way. For real, they are. I mean, that's why you have the WNBA. You have the WNBA because you have the NBA. WNBA don't have their own game. Like, I remember I mentioned this. The WNBA don't have its own like video game. It's a part of the 2K series. You know why? Because they understand that that's their bread and butter. To market themselves alongside the NBA. But they still want to complain and shit when it comes to, oh, we should be paid equal to what men. No, you should not, because you don't generate what the product is in regards to what you see from the men. You just don't. You don't. Shaq made an interesting point about the whole, we should lower the rim. They should. That would make it a better product. But at the end of the day, these women, they're so prideful. They don't know how to humble themselves to certain realities. That's the problem.
Steve, it connects to everything that I talk about on this show in terms of fans are the most disrespected people in all of sports, and we keep taking it. And now it's to the point where, like, oh, you laughed at something we don't find funny. We're so fragile. Your laughter, oh, we've been disrespected. Kick this person out of the game. And a player can go to the ref and say, hey, kick this. The ref then goes to security and they kick someone out of the game. This is crazy. You can't do this. The fan has to have some rights, has to have some freedom. And this is my whole problem. You're right. As it relates to the WNBA, it's a communist organization filled with angry feminists who think we're about equality and equity. No, you're about being an elite. And if people don't treat you exactly how you want to be treated, you have them removed from your presence. They're actually the most intolerant people on the planet. Everybody has to kiss their butts or they get removed from the arena, or if you do something that they deem, oh, well, that's offensive, you laughed, when her weave fell out of her head. Just and I almost thought about having Shamika on just to because I don't understand this whole weave thing. I don't understand why you would play basketball in a wig.
Because women are naturally insecure. Yes, women are naturally insecure. They are insecure by nature. They are. Now, when it comes to certain women who embrace the natural aspect, that can just, weigh on the percentage of her insecurity being lower than, that of someone who every day wears makeup, every day got on the wig or weave, every day, she wants to wear a push-up bra and, so on and so forth. She got booty shots and shit like that. Women are insecure by nature. They just are. Like men, you don't really see any sort of like extra shit when it comes to like, BBLs and whatnot. Except with men, with men, it's like the abs. You see certain men with like abs, but those are like really like celebrities you would see. You know what I mean? Like a nigga ain't going out his way like trying to spend no money on enhancing himself. For the most part, you see some of it, but for the most part, you don't really see that with men. You see that more with women, where they go out their way to, spend money just to get lipo and this and that instead of doing it the natural way, because they're insecure by nature. There's no knock against them. It's just the reality. They are, bro. The Most High made the woman insecure by nature. That's why she lives comparatively. She just does. Everything about her is, oh, I need to look like this. I need to look like that because of what she see another woman looking like. That's where all this BBL shit came from. You see every chick, they got a plastic ass for the most part. Why is that? Because one chick saw another chick with a plastic ass and said, oh, that look good. I want that. And I want to wear it around and show it off. And when a dude looks at me, I'm just going to act like, I'm more high and mighty and just like I can live on this like power trip and just be like, oh, fuck this dude. Even though deep down inside, this is why I'm wearing it. So I can show attention. That's the psychology of the female, man. They just they so like narcissistic, man. Like they just are. They really are, man.
Why has everybody got the ponytail wig? Why not keep something short that won't get pulled off, or just wear your own hair with something over it? I just don't understand. I don't understand being that embarrassed that you'd run off the court because you lost your wig. They stopped the game because someone lost a wig. And then the last thing, Steve, listen to the broadcasters. They're acting like we can't even speak about what happened. They never say, hey, her wig got pulled off and she's leaving the court. It's too taboo to even reference that the woman lost a wig. There's so many unbelievable things happening in that video.
Jason, you know what would get me to watch a full WNBA game that doesn't even have Caitlin Clark on? It would be an alternate broadcast that would feature Charleston White. Now, that's a man that would say a few things that would be provocative and funny. So this is what we're going to do, Jason. We're going to work on this. We're going to get an alternate broadcast, Whitlock and Charleston. I will watch that. I will watch that
Whitlock
intently.
and White.
Make that happen. Make that happen.
Whitlock and White calling a WNBA game.
Yes, I will watch.
Gold.
We'll go pay-per-view. We'll break records. Yes, that's what has to happen for me to watch a full game.
I think I tend to agree with you. Steve, I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much. Thanks for participating in As the WNBA Turns. This every night, it's something new with this league. And Steve's wondering why I watch it. I watch it for the comedy.
Yep, because that's what it is, pure comedy. And I don't watch this shit at all, but I already know this shit is a joke. That's why I don't. That's why I don't watch it. You can just see certain shit like this where they got a video on YouTube of highlights and they showing a chick lose her goddamn wig on the court, and they stop the game, and the oddity of it is they're not even referencing what is going on. They're not even talking about what's going on. That's how much of a joke the WNBA is. That they can't even talk about something so quote unquote embarrassing, even though it is kind of embarrassing. But at the end of the day, you got to do your job. That's why the WNBA have no integrity at all. Like you're gonna just act like the shit didn't happen, even though we saw what we saw, and you laughed at it a little bit. Why didn't you get ejected? Why didn't the commentator get ejected? Because she was laughing at the shit. Like WNBA is a joke, and it's just proving itself, continuing to prove itself time and time again. It's just crazy.